Hey guys, welcome back to my channel if you are a returning viewer, and if you are new, what's up? Now, by the title of today's video, and obviously because you can clearly see me now, I got a haircut and my hair silk pressed. Now, I usually don't apply any kind of heat to my hair. The last time I got my hair like trimmed and silk pressed was in February, and I am recording this in October. So it's been a good while, so you guys know that my hair was once colored. I haven't colored it in like 2 years, but my ends were fried. My ends were fried, and yeah, so I might as well have just gotten a little style. I feel like I go for the same bob, like short bob look, like blunt cut look every time I get a trim, and I feel like that's my thing. It's been my thing since I cut my hair into a bob in high school, and baby, I am 26 now. So I wanted to take the time to kind of share my hair care regimen, because it's something that I get questions on about on Instagram more so than any other platform. So before I dive right into today's video, if you guys haven't already, please like, subscribe, comment, and share. It helps my channel go a very, very long way, and I will be forever grateful. Now, diving right into my hair care regimen, I usually will get silk pressed no more than twice a year, and 6 months apart preferably. My stylist does recommend coming in every like 3 months for a trim, but I find that my hair is susceptible to like heat damage because it's not heat trained, and I don't normally put heat on it. I usually air dry it. There are times here and there where I do diffuse if I want my roots to just dry faster. Last week I did blow dry it, so that video should be up before this one is up. But in regards to an actual press, I've changed it from every 3 months, which was what I was doing like for a short period of time last year, into every 6 months in between. So right now I'm kind of in the state of like getting my color out, and I will be like just a brunette outside of the silk presses, which I will get in April and in October from now on. Outside of that, how I naturally care for my hair, the first thing that I want to say and or recommend is you cannot be afraid to try new things with your hair, to experiment, and you can't be afraid of damaging your hair, if that makes sense. If you're bored of your hair and you choose to color it, know the risks. If you are gonna go get a silk press, know the risks and be okay with the risks, because shit happens. So if I wash my hair out, I don't know if I'm gonna keep my hair straight for. Silk presses don't normally last that long on me because I have very coarse hair. I'm surprised this is day 2 and it looks like this, because it usually will start frizzing up in the back, and I already have to like a wash and go lasts me 3 days. Usually a silk press will last me 3 days, and it's not because my lady don't know what she's doing. She's amazing. It's because my hair just want to do what it wants sometimes. And it also depends on how you preserve it. So I think I preserved it really good. I just wrap my hair, which I haven't done since high school, because I don't wear like weaves. I don't get relaxers or anything like that like as often. I do like to throw on a wig when I'm feeling fancy, but as often. But you can't be afraid to try new things. Around the time when I dyed my hair was all this color because I was bored with my hair. I was like, damn, like I'm bored as hell with my hair. What should I do? Should I just braid it up for a while? Should I keep it straight? Because my hair, I was just tired of it, and I was like, you know what, let's color it. So I colored it. I knew the risks of coloring my hair. So now that I'm growing it out, the ends, oldest part of your hair, are fried as hell. So last year I got a trim. I went in February. The ends were actually in shape. It wasn't that bad. Come now in October, baby, them shits had to go. So don't be afraid of trying new things with your hair. If you're going to silk press it and it doesn't revert, if you know that you took the proper precautions, if your stylist used heat protection, you know, you're just learning your hair. Maybe you can't get your hair straightened as often. Maybe you need to heat train your hair. You know, like my hair don't be heat trained because I don't normally use heat on it. Maybe that's something I want to start doing if I'm looking to silk press my hair twice a year. But I think because it's so far in between, and I do take pretty good care of my hair in between that time, we'll see how it looks when I do wash this out in, like, I would say 2 weeks. I don't think I can go more than 2 weeks without washing my hair. If the silk press still looks this good in 2 weeks, shit, all right, but we'll see. So outside of my hair in its straight era, I am an overnight condition girly. I am a shampoo over co-washing girl. I do believe in a leave-in conditioner, and though I don't apply oil on my hair, I do oil my scalp. These are just things that I like to do that's helped my hair growth. In the last 7 months, I've been playing around with different things, different techniques, and this is what I have currently that works for me. It may change next year, but if it does change, I will continue to create like an updated hair care regimen. So I do use overnight conditioners. There's very few overnight conditioners in the market. The main ones that I see is the yall overnight, is the Moisture RX overnight conditioner. You have the Main Choice Prickly Pear overnight one. I think there's a Sally Beauty brand, Texture ID has an overnight one, but that's one like it says don't rinse out, like you leave in, so I don't know about trying that. But there's very few overnight, well, silicone-free overnight conditioners on the market. I think there are some that there are a few others, but they just have silicone in them, and I don't use silicone on my hair unless I heat style. I will heat style with silicone. I will have because when I booked this, I booked an Olaplex package with it, so that means she washed my hair with the Olaplex number 4, conditioned with the number 5, and used the mask with the number 8, and number 8 does have silicones, but like I don't care because I need my hair to like revert back. You get what I'm saying? If she's going to use a heat protectant that has silicones, be my guest. But outside of that, year round, usually I don't unless it's time to silk press. So after overnight conditioning, which I do leave it in overnight, I will apply it at 8 p.m., 9 p.m., whatever time, an hour before I go to bed. I'll go to sleep in it, and I usually rinse it out when I wash my hair the following day. If I have something to do, like go to the gym or drop my daughter off to school, I will just leave it in a low pony and put a hat on, literally, and go do what I have to do, and then I will wash it out as I'm showering for the day. So that's how I would do that. So I have been rotating between some of the few options that I mentioned, the Prickly Pear, the yall overnight. I bought the Twist by Weedad. It's a black jar, a black conditioner. I'll leave it linked below. But I haven't tried it yet, but in the descriptions, it does say that you can use it as an overnight conditioner. So I was like, okay, well, we'll see. We'll see. So that is what I'm working with right now in that regards. For shampoos, I love a good moisturizing shampoo. I'm not a clarifying girl. If you guys have coarse hair, or hair like my texture, which is type 4, clarifying shampoos and me, we don't like each other. My hair is already naturally dry. My hair is already high porosity. So I'm going to use a clarifier. Like, my hair has to have been in a protective style for so long that it has so much gunk on it. Gunk and my scalp is flaky and, you know, all of that for me to use a clarifier. But I double cleanse with a moisturizing shampoo. Some recommendations that I have for that are the Olaplex number 4. It's the first moisturizing shampoo that really wowed me. The Kristen S Curl Shampoo. I got a big tub of it from Ross, and it was the best purchase I've ever made. I fell in love after the first use because I'm like, this is really moisturizing for a shampoo. So I will double cleanse with that. The Wakiti sulfate-free cleanser, I think, or shampoo. Amazing. Also super, 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 super moisturizing. The Shea Moisture Manuka Honey and Yogurt Shampoo. Phenomenal. Phenomenal. Those are what I'm kind of rotating around in my use my stash era, because I'm really trying to stop buying products. But yeah, I just walk into the store looking for one thing, and I walk by the beauty aisle, and I'll be in there the whole day. But those are what I'm rotating with when it comes to shampoo. So I double cleanse with a moisturizing shampoo. That's number 2 in my routine after I rinse out the overnight conditioner. Now, if my hair is super tangled, super tangled, super dry and tangled, I will skip overnight moisture. I will skip overnight conditioning, leave my hair the way it is, and pre-poo with a slippery pre-poo. So right now, my favorite pre-poo ever will be linked up above the video, but I will say today for this video's sake, it is the Pattern Beauty treatment mask. That thing, I got it at Marshall's for like $16 or $15, one of them, and it is the best thing ever that I've used in a long time. As you use it on dry hair, and as soon as you put the product on and put your fingers through your hair, slip city, I'm telling you. So if I'm in a situation like that where I feel like my hair will break in the shampoo stage, I will go in with and detangle with a pre-poo, rinse it out, then double cleanse with the shampoo. So on to the third step, deep conditioning. I am a deep condition girl. I don't use regular conditioners. Now I do own, I think one, it's a Briogeo. I got the combo and that's why I have it. I would never just go to a store and pick up a regular conditioner, but I do plan on using it with the shampoo that I bought it with because it's from the same line, and I do want to share my thoughts on the product. So that's the only one that I do have, but I will use a deep conditioner, whether it's a protein based, whether it's moisture based. I just try to make sure I keep it in rotation. If I use a protein-based DC last week, then this week I may want to use a more moisturizing one, etc. I do detangle in my deep condition stage, whether the product has slip or not. Now, if it has absolutely zero slip, maybe I won't do that to myself. But if the product has at least enough slip for me to detangle with a tool, then I will do that. I use a detangling brush. A few years ago, I was in my finger detangling era, and it wasn't for me. I feel like a tool will help really get all the knots and tangles and actually like kind of flatten the hair if you do have like high density hair, like I do. So yeah. So after deep conditioning, after I've rinsed that out, mind you, I don't deep condition for long and I do not apply heat. It's just in my shower day routine. So I will deep condition for like 5 minutes really, and then rinse it out. And I can proceed with the styling portion. So all I do is wash and goes. All I do is wash and goes, because if you are a lazy natural like me, you don't have time to sit and unbraid your hair in the morning. You don't want to. You don't want to untwist your twists. You don't want to just deal with all of that. You don't want to make sure you do it the right way or you'll cause frizz. If you're a wash and go like me, girl like me, then like, hey girl, because yeah, that just what works for me. So it's a leave-in and a gel that I will always use as my styler. Because my hair is very dry, I have been thinking about a heavier combination, like a leave-in cream and gel, but I don't use drying gels, and I try to use products with really good ingredients, so I don't know if I need it just yet. It's something I do want to try just to see, something that my stylist recommended for me to do. But I will use a leave-in, detangle with that leave-in, and after that, a comb will not touch my hair until the next wash day. I detangle during the deep conditioning process. I detangle once more during the leave-in process, and after that, we are not touching my hair with a comb. We're not detangling until next wash day. So after I apply the leave-in, I will apply a gel. I have been into my softer gel era because my hair has completely changed from when I first went natural to now. My curl definition is very much different. I feel like my curl type is a little different. It's not as tightly coiled, and I don't like Texlax. I don't do anything. I think it's just my hair has been responding to the moisture that I've been giving it. So that's a separate video that maybe I can get your thoughts on. But yes, I will apply the gel. I will air dry if I want my roots to dry. If I have the time and I do want my roots to dry a little bit quicker, I will diffuse my roots and let the rest of my hair air dry, or get it about 60% dry before I leave the house. But for the most part, I will air dry. And I think wash and goes are the least manipulative style. How I preserve them is I will band my hair into 3 parts. So one sticking up, one here, one here. I sleep with a satin pillowcase. So if I don't have one, I'll put on a bonnet, but I prefer to have a satin pillowcase because bonnets come off and then it pisses me off in the morning when I realize I've been sleeping on cotton all night. So yes, and then I oil my scalp almost every day or every other day. I feel like my scalp drinks up the oil that I apply to it. I don't get dandruff, I don't get buildup. Not everyone can do this, especially if you have low density or very thin hair, or you know, if your hair is susceptible to buildup easily at the scalp. Maybe the low porosity girls may not enjoy this, but if you are noticing your hair being very dry, if you are high porosity, I don't think the density matters as much, but if you find yourself, like, again, susceptible to buildup at the scalp, then this wouldn't work for you. But I do oil my scalp every other day, depending on if I still feel the oil in my hair from the previous day. So if I oil my scalp today and tomorrow comes around the same time and then I touch my scalp and there's grease on my fingers, I'm not going to oil it because I think that would be like too much. That would be ODing it. So then I'll wait the next day, and usually by day 2 my scalp would have drunk all the oil, and then I would reapply. I do this and I massage my scalp when I do this. So almost every day I am giving myself a scalp massage with an oil. So I prefer to use oil blends versus one type of oil like castor oil. Yeah, so I give myself scalp massages and I've been seeing hair growth from that. Like, there's something different that I'm doing that's equating to the hair growth that I've been having, and I think the scalp massages are it, along with the overnight conditioning. Honestly, I think that it helps my hair be less dry. I'm gonna see how my hair feels next year. I'm not in a rush to grow my hair to like waist length, but it is the goal, and I don't mind cutting if I have to. And that's the thing, you have to enjoy the process. If you are so obsessed with having long hair that you are keeping split ends, you're doing yourself a disservice. If you're so obsessed with curl definitions to where you're like spending 5 hours shingling and manipulating your hair just for it to like completely be undone and frizz up the next day, it's not going to be enjoyable, and you're doing yourself a disservice. And then you'll get to that point of, I prefer my hair straight, or I prefer, which some people do, but again, that's just a topic for another day. But I think it's about having fun, finding out what works for you. And again, mistakes will happen, and if you find yourself needing to cut your hair more than you would have liked, because it will set you back on your hair growth journey, it's better to reassess and figure out, okay, maybe this is what went wrong, and just to try new things and then find what works for you. But I think that is my hair care regimen. There isn't anything that I left out. There's nothing that I left out. To sum it up, I do silk presses twice a year, 6 months apart preferably. In between, I overnight condition. We'll double cleanse with moisturizing shampoo. We'll deep condition. We'll apply the leave-in. We'll apply a gel on top of that. And that's it. And I wash my hair once a week. So that process from the overnight condition to the gel styling part happens once a week. I don't know how people go longer than that. If your hair is not in a protective style, like my hair gets so dry. I have a special kind of hair, and my hair will get so dry if I do not wash it 6 to 7 days after the first wash. Yeah, and I also do not re-moisturize my hair. So like I said, wash and goes do last me about 3 days, maybe 4 if it's really good. And then after, like, I feel like I don't want to wear my hair out because it just looks a hot mess, I will do a low pony and I will rock that for the rest of the week. and then I will do it all over again. It's a simple routine. It doesn't cause too much tension on my hair. You know, my hair gets the moisture it needs. I enjoy washing my hair once a week so I can get through my old products and try new ones I haven't opened up. I make it a fun process for myself, and that's what it's all about. But I really hope that you guys enjoyed today's video. I hope you guys are feeling my press, all right? Like, my hair is thriving. I think it's super healthy. Find a professional. I wouldn't recommend getting trims by yourself unless you are a hairstylist and you know what you're doing. But I would recommend finding someone that you can go to, someone reputable, good service, great reviews, someone that you feel comfortable with, that you can find yourself getting comfortable with, and that you don't have any reservations about after the first time you go, to really do your trims and assess your hair and maybe give you some tips. Not to say that those tips will work for you, but some things you can think about. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please do not forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share. And I will catch you guys in my next video. Bye, y'all.